Huh?
Battery cable.
Battery cable. Ooh, you got the accessories on. Or getting on. Cool. I like the accessory. I like the accessory.
Well, it's a start.
Yep, looks good. Was it tough? Well, you already put it on one time.
No, it wasn't. No problem. Just
Starting to look good. Starting to look good. Got all that aluminum billet. Woo, sexy.
we got some issues right here. I didn't set this up.
What you got?
We need to change this. If we do, we take it apart. The instruction says so.
Oh, and clock it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right over here's the ground, and it's gonna be hard to get to.
Okay.
I didn't know. I just left it there. I didn't tighten it up.
All right. Well,
If we think we do. If we
can
don't.
we put the wires underneath? You think? To where it ain't come down. We clock it that way. Put that up here.
What goes here? It comes off of here, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, it's gonna come off of here. I know that big red power wire goes to it. And then the white wire. That's the alternators. Excite wire and alternator wire. So. All right, so let's see. We mainly just got working out here. All right, well. All right, I got some fittings for this down here. So let me go see what I got. All right, we got the coilovers ready to go on the car. These are what's going on the front, QA1 single adjustable. They come off of the Malibu. Told Dad he could have them because I'm going to get double adjustable for it eventually. And he was going to put these wheels on, start getting them ready to go on, and he can't find these lug nuts. So we have run all the sensors. Well, I'm missing one fitting. But I've run the sensor for the temperature sensor. Here's the oil sensing unit. I don't have the fitting for it to go in there. So, but I've run the wires. I have that done. And finally figured out the park lights. And I went on and put the switch in. So we have that done. So that's done. Now all I got left is the ignition switch and the dome lights. There's again. All that's kind of wrapped up. It's ready to go back together. So we'll probably get the radio put in next. Radio and the gauges should be next. And then we'll have this taken care of. And yeah. All right, so now I have kind of wrapped my head around the wiring diagram or the wiring for this door switch and dimmer switch or light switch. So we have 4 wires on this here switch here. 2 in on one side, 2 in on the other side. So I can run power off of this switch to one side and run power from the fuse box to the other side, okay? And then one side of the wires can go to the under the dash stuff. The other wire can go see, I said I had it and I done lost it. That's why I hate this stuff. Okay, so if I figure it out, I'll let you know. Well, I'm happy. I finally figured to wrap this circuit around my head. It took a few minutes. I'm telling you what, I don't know, I still had issues because you have 4 leads off of one switch, 2 leads off of another switch. Then you have 2 leads off of this switch here. Then you also have to have power from the fuse box to feed the system. So I didn't know how to put it all together. I mean, that's a lot to figure out what goes together. And I got it. I think I've already undone the battery. Let's see. Oh, well, yeah, the light would be on now because the door's open. But, so anyway, we have all the wiring done except for stereo. And this right here just plugs and plays. And hopefully all that's wired. Well, I still got to wire the alternator. And still have to figure out, I may have to run a ground for the fuel sending unit. And a reverse switch, backup light switch on the transmission. I have an idea for that. So, awesome. I'm tickled. Took a lot. I mean, I've been figuring on these wires.
These screwed in just fine
since I started.
They take these little screws actually.
Now we can move on to other things.
Are a little bit shorter than these.
And we did get these on.
About like that.
We got the spindles on.
They just screw in easy. This piece.
And we're worried that it may be too low. So anyway, here we go. I mean, look at, well, messing with the glove box light. I seen this blue wire right here. That is the clock wire. Okay, if you'll see in here, listen. Oh, it quit working. It was working. I touched that blue wire to power and it worked. But not like I just touched it and then it come off and the clock was still working. Now it stopped again. So what's going on here? Let's try it one more time. Look, they're done it again. I'm confused. There's the power wire. Now the dome light, the light for the backing is hooked up, but there's no power hooked up. Why is it working? I don't know. Maybe it's haunted. It's still working. I don't know. Somebody knows, comment in the comment, blink down below, all that good stuff, Everybody knows what's going on, because I don't. All right, this piece just goes in fairly simple. You got a screw here and a screw here where the original gauge mounted. It takes a little bit shorter screw, about that size. So these go up here on this one. This is the center. This one bolts in the same way. You got a screw goes in right here. You got a screw that goes in right here. Now, I'm not sure how it plugs together yet. I'll have to look at that, because I think that just plugs into the main box that y'all seen me wiring under the dash. All right, this piece here, let me show you. Okay, I pulled it back out. There's a little groove right here. You see, this is the front of it. There's a little groove right here, and then there's a hole. That hole accepts that. I had to Dremel this a little bit because it was catching on the edge of this little tit right here. This little knot sticking out, whatever you want to call it. This one wouldn't let it set down, so I had to take the grind. I took a little grinding wheel on the drill here and just filed it back a little bit to get it to seat. It wouldn't set flush right here, so it wouldn't set flush on right here. I'll show you putting it in. I'll set it in right now. It's kind of nice. I like that. So all we're gonna do right here is you just set it. It just slides. You gotta get it on that little thing lined up. Gotta get it lined up. There we go. See now, and then see how it's not seated. That's what I originally had to do. That was holding it off. So see now it just seated in there. Now we'll screw it in. We'll screw it in. Oh, let me put it down so we can look at it. Don't drop it. There's our gauges. Pretty nice. I guess we can change the colors. We'll have to get it hooked up so we can figure out what colors illuminate it at night. So hopefully it ain't some gaudy blue. Then again, who cares? It's just cool. Takes care of all the old stuff that, you know, ain't that accurate. You don't have to put a big tack in it now because you already got one. And I can wire the big box that I was. Let me grab here the control box in there. See, there's the control box. All right, I can take and wire. There's a warning spot in there where I can have a light come on. I don't know wherever a warning light is, probably one of these things here. Or somewhere, I'm not sure. It could be here, it could be here. Anyway, oh, I got that upside down. Look at there. So I gotta turn that around. See, they'll go in there either way. So anyway, what I'm trying to get at is I can wire a shift light in if I want to, because, you know, it is a 4-speed car. Not that he needs a shift light, but then again, it might be cool. So I'll show you what it looks like after I get it set in the dash. It's, like I said, it's plug and play. It all just plugs in. It all just plugs together. All this plugs together. And then there's a phone jack style cord here. I think it's in here in the car. Right here. No, right here it is. That right there is the hardware. Is the, see, it's like a, some of you cats know what a phone jack looks like. Some of you younger guys probably don't even know what a phone jack looks like. Anyway, that's what that is. That plugs into that, so I got to figure out how they all connect together. So that's my next step. All right, we're gonna put this thing in. We're gonna set this bugger in. There she is. I got the gauge turned back around right. Tacks in, leads on. We'll set it in the hole and see what it looks like. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. All right. I like it. Now, and we got to go under here and figure out. Y'all probably can't see much. Y'all probably can't figure this out neither. Neither can I. I don't even know where it's at. I think it's right there. All right, this ain't working. All right, we have a little light on stuff. All right, here's my cord. It's got to go up in here. It goes right back. Oops, done dropped it again. It goes right back there and behind all that wiring. So that's where that plugs in, and that's a done deal. Now, I think I still have to run, whoops. I think I still have to run a ground for the fuel sending unit. I'm not sure about that. I won't know till I get it going and I can check wires and all that. But everything else is done. Everything else is wired. So, looks like a big cobbled up mess, but it's all connected, laid together. Got my loom going over the pedals so don't get it tore up. Okay. All right. I mean, it's a wiring harness. Kind of hard to make it pretty and neat. So, we still have that to take care of. All right. So there we go. We got that. That's how you do a Dakota to gauge cluster.